Hi, everybody. Welcome to Graveyard Read Book Reviews. I'm Darla. Thanks for joining me today. I haven't done a video in so long. It's just a lot of things going on at home, at work, dentist appointments, being in pain. Being in Western New York right now, it's been so hot. It's that kind of hot where it's uncomfortable, gross. I can't wait for fall. I can't wait for Halloween. I love that, football season, sweater weather, hot chocolate type weather, and of course Halloween. You get to watch your favorite movies and read your favorite horror books. And even though I read horror books all year round, but I still miss Halloween. So I have 3 new release books that I'm going to review today. A.D Aro is my first book, the author of Bumps in the Night series, and his new installment is called Clowning Around, and it's great. If you're afraid of clowns, it's perfect for you. Also, David Washburn has a new release. He's the author of DIY Exorcism. Very talented author. He has a new book called Where the Pop Stars Go to Die. And also a newer author, his name is Taylor Thompson, and he wrote a story called Father Dirt, and this one blew me away. It was really good. Okay, we're going to start with A.D Aro's Bumps in the Night, Clowning Around. Like I said, this is the 3rd installment. He's written 2 other books, In the Mall of Madness and Nostalgic Nightmare, which was great. These are YA horror, middle grade horror. And this one's so much fun. Starts out with a boy named Billy. He's a loner. He has no friends. He lives with his mother and her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is a complete nightmare. He makes fun of him. He picks on Billy. And, he can't stand being around him. So one day his mother promises Billy that they're going to go to the carnival soon. However, she just got called for a conference for work and she has to go out of town. So poor Billy is stuck with her boyfriend. His name's Nestor. And this guy's such a jerk. So Billy gets a chance to go to the carnival with Nestor. And last minute, Nestor says, no, we're not taking you, or I'm not going to take you because, you're a little brat and just so mean to him. So Billy runs away from home and he goes to the carnival, and he runs into like this alley and bumps into these clowns. And these aren't typical clowns. These are clowns with all different superpowers, and that makes the story a little more intriguing. The clowns are very, scary. And they tell Billy, it's like, you know what? You're a part of us. You're going to be a clown as well. So not giving too much away from the story, Billy, wants to escape from these clowns. They tell him that he has to do certain tasks that he doesn't want to do. I'm just going to stop right there. But A.D Aro, like I said, he's a very talented author. And the reason why I like him so much is, he's introducing a new, generation to kids who want to read horror. He's influenced by R.L. Stine Goosebumps. And, that was definitely a hit back in the early 90s, late 90s, I'm not sure. But these are perfect for, kids that age. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I can't wait for the next one. Okay, for my next book, David Washburn, he has a new book called Where the Pop Stars Go to Die. Now, David Washburn is the author of one of my favorites, DIY Exorcism. It was fantastic. He's a very talented author. Where Pop Stars Go to Die is a lot different. The main character is Phoebe Fox. Now, she is a pop star, kind of like a Taylor Swift type character, famous, hit records, sold out concerts every single night. And one night, she gets in her limo with her bodyguards and her friends, and they get cut off by these guys who are driving a van, and they come out with machine guns, and they're all dressed in black, and they wipe out her entire crew. I mean, they kill everybody. They grab her, so she's the one they want the most, so they kidnap her. And she wakes up in this room. She's all tied up. She has a gag on her mouth, blindfold. And she's wondering where the hell she is. So after a long while, she's trying to get, escape from where she is. But then, people come inside the room. Now she can't see a thing. But, these guys, they come in, they say, Phoebe, this is your lucky day. You're going to be called up for an auction. So they take off her blindfold, they untie her, and they take her to this big stage. And in the room, on stage, there's this crowd of people, and the auction starts. She doesn't know what's going on, but people start bidding on her. $100, $500, goes up to $1,000, and then it goes up even higher. It goes, $2 million, $5 million. I think the highest was like $200 million. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was quite a big amount. So after Phoebe gets sold off, she's freaking out. She wants to get out so bad. So, without giving it away, Phoebe is this really great badass here, or heroine. She, fights through everyone, try to escape. It's a very fast-paced, exciting, adventure that she has to, achieve to get out of her trauma. And it's extremely, a lot of body horror, a lot of gross moments. But, that's what makes a good horror novel, right? So David Washburn's novels are just fantastic. He keeps you on edge. He keeps you, guessing what's going to come next. You want, turn the pages faster, and just such a good writer. I'm really impressed by him, and I can't wait for his next one. I'm going to put his link down below for his Instagram page, and you could check it out for yourself. Okay, my next book is from Taylor Thompson. It's called Father Dirt. This is a period horror from the 1900s in Australia. It deals with a mother and her daughter, Lilith, the daughter's name is. And Lilith is one of these creepy children, and I love creepy children in books and movies. There's just something about them that's just like, yes, I want to keep on watching or reading. So Lilith's mother is Mary, and Lilith just lost her father. I think his name is Matthew. And Mary's trying her best to raise her child, by herself. And Lilith, I forgot how old she is. She's young, about like maybe 8 or 9. And she starts talking about Father Dirt. And Mary's like, okay, it's an imaginary friend, whatever. Father Dirt's a weird name, but I'll just go along with it. And Lilith starts pretty much talking as if, Matthew is giving her all these secrets only Mary would know. So Mary is just like, how'd you know these things? This is, so bizarre from her. So Lilith gets more crazy, and she starts, stepping on Matthew's grave, calling him Father Dirt. And Mary's just like, okay, enough already. You're driving me crazy. Stop with this Father Dirt. And he's not your father. I don't know, your father's dead. I don't know what you're talking about. But Lilith is preaching the word of Matthew, what her father would, predict. For instance, Lilith predicts a storm coming in, and all the townspeople are believing Lilith, saying, Father Dirt's going to, tell us that this big storm is coming. And sure enough, a huge storm comes. So Lilith is telling the truth, and the townspeople are almost worshiping her now. After the storm hits, all the townspeople are, they start to build a cult and, worshiping Father Dirt. And from there, it just goes on from there. Lilith is very creepy and trying to convince her mother and the townspeople that her father, Father Dirt, is this powerful being that is, this cult that's surrounding her. Taylor Thompson is a very good writer. I mean, it's a psychological, supernatural type novel. and he keeps you guessing. You know, he keeps you like in Lilith's world, you know, thinking, is she, you know, really, you know, like the prophet of this, you know, Father Dirt, or does she just have a huge imagination? And it you know, it goes on from there. It's definitely a page turner, and you'll like it. I'll put his link down at the bottom as well on his Instagram page, and I can't wait to read more from him. I think he's very talented. So there you have it. Those are my 3 reviews. Please check them out. I'm going to put each link down at below the video. Check out A.D Aro, David Washburn, and Taylor Thompson. 3 very talented authors, and I can't recommend them more. They're great. My next video, I am thinking something different. I am going to show you my obsession with Murder, She Wrote books. Okay, these are so much fun. I am a big mystery nut as much as a horror fan. These are great. I have so many of these books, and each time there's a new one, I have to get it. You know, of course, you know, it starts off as a hardcover, you know, novel of these, but I have so many of the paperbacks that I have to wait for the paperback to come out for me to get another one. It takes forever. So, but I've been collecting these for the past 20 years. I mean, that's how far back these go. And they're so much fun. I love Jessica Fletcher. I love Angela Lansbury. And, you know, if you're a fan of the TV series, you'd love these. These are great. So I might do a review on those. So if you're a huge mystery fan, I think you'll enjoy that. So thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I'm not sure when the next video will be. It takes a while to edit these things. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.